Hello everyone, how are you? Today, revision on Unit 2. Heat conduction. Heat is a form of energy that is important for many uses in our daily life, such as warming, cooking, glass industry, food industry, drying washing clothes, heating water. What is the difference between heat energy and temperature? Heat energy, it is a form of energy that transfers from the higher temperature object to the lower temperature object. When you hold a hot cup of tea in your hand, you feel hot. Why? As the heat transfers from the higher temperature object to the lower temperature object. The higher temperature object refers the cup of tea. Lower temperature object refers your hand. What is the meaning of temperature? It is the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. We have two types of materials, heat conductor and heat insulator. Heat conductors, they are materials that let heat flow through. Example, copper, aluminum, iron. We know all metals are good conductors of heat, but metals are different in conductors of heat, where copper conducts heat faster than aluminum. Aluminum conducts heat faster than iron. They are used in making cooking pot and kettles. Heat insulator, they are materials that don't allow heat flow through. Example, wood, plastic. They are used in making the handle of cooking pots and kettle, heavy blanket and woolen clothes.
Jeff's family is having a nice time at the park. It is indeed a good day to have a picnic. His dad brings a grill and starts to barbecue chicken on the grill. Jeff runs to his dad to see if the barbecues are already done. He holds a metal skewer but immediately lets go because it is too hot. His dad uses oven gloves to hold the metal skewers without feeling the heat and shows Jeff the barbecues. The metal skewers are examples of materials that allow heat to flow. These materials are called heat conductors. Metals are good conductors of heat. The oven gloves do not allow heat flow to take place. These materials are called heat insulators. The non-metallic oven gloves are good heat insulators. Heat conductors are important in our daily lives. Cooking pans are made of metal to conduct heat easily and help cook the food faster. The base of the iron is made of metal so that clothes can be ironed quickly. The mercury inside the thermometer expands and contracts rapidly with slight changes in temperature. Heat insulators also play important roles in our daily lives. The walls of an icebox are made of polystyrene to maintain the coolness inside the box and prevent heat from entering the box. The handles of cooking utensils are made of wood or plastic so that they will not get too hot, allowing us to hold the utensils without getting burned. Woolen clothes and blankets trap a layer of air. The wool and air prevent heat loss from our body, thus keeping our body warm.
Measuring temperature. Thermometer. It is a device that is used to measure the temperature. The main idea of making a thermometer is changing the volume of a liquid by changing the temperature, where liquids expand by heating and contract by cooling. We have two types of thermometer, Celsius and medical. Celsius structure, transparency glass tube, mercury pulp, very thin capillary tube, and don't have constriction. Range of scale from 0 degree to 100 degree. 0 degree refers the freezing point of water. 100 degree refers the boiling point of water. The used liquid, mercury. It used to measure temperature of liquid. Medical thermometer structure, transparency glass tube, mercury pulp, very thin capillary tube, and have constriction. Range of scale from 35 degree to 42 degree. The used liquid, mercury. It used to measure the temperature of human body.
Clinical thermometer. In this module, you will learn about a clinical thermometer. Your forehead feels warm. You immediately suspect a fever. To be sure, however, you need to measure your exact body temperature. How would you do that? Well, with the help of a clinical thermometer, also called a doctor's thermometer. A clinical thermometer is usually made of glass and consists of a mercury-filled bulb inside at one of its ends and a fine capillary tube that looks like a thread running from the bulb to its other end. There is a small constriction in the neck close to the bulb. A clinical thermometer can measure temperature ranging from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit to 108 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a pretty small range. You can get the temperature by reading the scale inscribed on the side of the thermometer. Let us now see how a clinical thermometer works. A clinical thermometer is usually placed inside the mouth for measuring body temperature. Because of the body heat, the mercury inside the bulb heats up, expands, and rises to a certain level in the capillary tube through the constriction. The new level to which the mercury rises indicates the exact body temperature. You may be wondering if the reading changes on removing the thermometer from the mouth. Well, it does not. The constriction prevents the mercury from flowing back into the bulb. You can also say that the mercury column breaks at the constriction and is unable to return to the bulb, thus remaining stationary in the tube. To reset the thermometer, you need to swing it sharply many times so as to make the mercury column return to the bulb. Why do you think mercury is used in a clinical thermometer? Mercury is used in a clinical thermometer as well as other thermometers for a number of reasons. First, mercury is a metal and thus it is a good conductor of heat. It starts to expand instantly on placing the thermometer inside the mouth. The expansion can be seen as a rising thread of mercury. Second, mercury remains a liquid at temperatures ranging from minus 39 degrees Celsius to 357 degrees Celsius. Hence, it can serve to measure a wide range of temperatures. At last, mercury does not stick to glass. Though using mercury in thermometers has advantages, mercury-based thermometers are considered risky. This is because mercury is poisonous. In case the bulb or the neck of a thermometer breaks, mercury can leak out into the mouth. This is why mercury-based clinical thermometers have largely been replaced nowadays with electronic digital thermometers or scanner thermometers.
Give reason. Number 1. The handle of electric iron is made of plastic. Answer. As plastic doesn't allow heat flow through and it heat insulator. Number 2. You must check the medical thermometer well before using. Answer. To force the mercury back to mercury bulb. What happened? Number 1. There are no spaces between the railway bar. Answer. It will cause accident. Number 2. Increasing the temperature of mercury. Answer. Mercury will expand. Answer by yourself. Give reason. Number 1. There is a constriction in the medical thermometer. Number 2. The thermometer must be kept out the reach of children. Number 3. Plastic differs from copper in conducting heat. What happened? Number 1. You touch a hot cup of tea. Number 2. The medical thermometer is not sterilized before use. Number 3. A medical thermometer is put in boiling water. Thank you for listening and goodbye.